Hello, welcome to Papa Sue's Creative. I'm Susan, and today I'm going to show you how you can create background gradients to uh, do paper piecing, cut out things. You can put gradients in elements, you can put it in text, or just use it as plain paper. So let's get started. Just going to get rid of this. And we're going to start with a basic shape, one that you would use for your background papers or on your cards, just to make a printable background. And we're going to go to Color, Gradient, and it's going to default to black and white. So we're going to look at that. You pick on the image, and you can see that you have color bars. This one's black, and this one's white, and they're movable so that you can adjust where your gradient bars are going to look. You press OK and you get a picture of it. But I'm not interested in black and white today. I'm interested in color. So we're going to click on this, and we're going to use linear gradient. There is a radial, but it makes a shape like that and does some nice blending. But today we're just going to focus on linear, and we're going to come here and start adding color or replacing color by clicking on the black one, going to it. That'll bring up your color palette. I'm on a Mac, so I use crayons because it's easier to see what I'm doing. I'm going to start with a cantaloupe color. Click OK. That adds the cantaloupe color. Then I'm going to add another stop right here. Why isn't that working? Yeah, there it is. So I'm going to change the color of that one. You can tell by the bar which one is selected. Change the color on that and go to honeydew. That's a lighter color. Put that in. And the third one, which is the white one, and we'll go to spindrift. Say OK. Now I have 3 bands of color, and if I say OK, I can view that, but I can still edit it. If I don't like it that way, I can go back and maybe make the darker one a little narrower. Say OK. But you get the idea of how you can deal with that. This is editable. You can shrink it. You can make it larger. You can make it smaller. You can move it around. You can even use the nodes tool to skew it. So just about anything you want. And you can save this as your regular scut file. But what I want to do is I want to save the pattern. I like the pattern, so I'm going to go back and select the pattern. Nope, cancel. Don't be on the node tool when you do that. Select the pattern, go back to gradients, go to presets, and presets opens up your gradient library. I mean, who knew we had a gradient library? But anyway, we do. And here are all of the gradients that I've been creating while I was playing with this. So I want to add this. And I'm going to add to presets. Give it a name. I'll call it test 1, doesn't matter. And now it's there. Say, okay, so now that gradient is saved. So if I go and select a flower, one of the red ones, and I go to color gradient, select that, go to presets, go down and get my test 1, that's the pattern I want, and say okay. That pattern comes in to that element, and that also is editable by sliding around the bars. Want a little more blue, so I'm going to take that. I'm going to say OK. So you can see what you can do with that. I mean, it's really kind of fun. And those patterns stay where they belong. Somehow we missed getting that in, the blue in there. There we go. So that's all there is to it. You can also do it with text. I use Flora for this demonstration because it's a nice fat font. So we'll go and select Flora. There it is. Now if I type my name, it uses that pattern, the last gradient pattern that I had used. But I can select it, go to color, go to gradient, go to presets, and then pick the rainbow. And then the rainbow pattern I made is transferred then to the image. That's pretty much all there is to it. These are, you can save them. You can do a bunch of different things. You can cut and paste, or cut and print. And so that's it for today. I hope this has been useful and that you can make your own gradient library and do some really pretty things. Thank you for being here. Appreciate your time.